5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
She is not for sale. She is my pet.
Wolf.
Greetings again, Orville fans, and just plain everyone in general, and welcome to another episode of the Orville Reviews, where in this case we are reviewing possible episodes in a projected Season 3. Basically, these are some episodes that would be fun to see in the next season, which will be coming out later this year on the Hulu streaming service. The idea is to have these episodes in place on the interweb and see if our predictions come true when the actual episodes of Season 3 hit the airwaves. With that in mind, let's get to the fun stuff. Yaphit receives a call from his homeworld and the Orville is sent there. Once there, they discover that someone has been polluting the gel pools that serve as the dwellings for the gelatinous beings living on the planet. The Orville's investigation does not turn up much, but the planetary investigators' conclusions point to the Planetary Union as the culprit. This is the first part of a two-part episode. And this episode gives us the opportunity to do something that fans have wanted for a long time. We get to meet Yaphit's family, the society, and the homeworld. However, all of this is against the backdrop of a crisis, as someone has been polluting the planet from orbit. The Planetary Union gets blamed for it, or at least for not doing anything about it, and an investigation is launched. As I said, this episode gives us a chance to check out this valuable member of the Planetary Union. I believe that we've only seen other gelatinous beings at the parliamentary meetings during Season 2's episode Sanctuary, but to this point we've not had a chance to find out more. And so basically we get an opportunity to see Yaphit kind of in his element, so to speak. And at the same time this episode presents us with a mystery because we won't find out who is polluting the planet. It's a two-parter. The Orville is attacked and seized by the authorities of Yaphit's homeworld. Ed, Kelly, and the crew take it upon themselves to find the real culprits behind the planetary pollution that they are being blamed for. It turns out that the Mocklins have been dumping the waste from their weapons development within the star system, and the planet drifts through the waste at least once a year as the planet orbits its star. So we do find out that it's the Mocklins. This episode pushes the situation a bit, as the Orville is overrun by gelatinous creatures. That would be fun to see. The ship could be disabled by the creatures getting into all of the various systems and such, but this is not meant to be dangerous. The planet's authorities want answers, and Ed, Kelly, and the crew, especially Yaphit, head up the investigation, which reveals the true culprits. The Orville then journeys to Moklis and demands that the pollution stop. Possibly without being preachy about it, the episode can comment on Mocklins as being pretty much uncaring jerks. They could care less that they are polluting someone else's world. After all, their world is heavily industrialized and polluted. This episode may also start setting up some events later, perhaps in Season 4, as some Mocklins might disagree with the official government's stance on the situation. The Kaylon are running low on several items used as foodstuffs for their zoos. In return for those items, the Kaylon agree to a reserved membership in the Union in the event of a Kaylon attack. Meanwhile, Kelly is captured while she and John Lamar are en route to an engineering conference. While John is kept on ice, Kelly is mind scanned using a very deep process, and then put into a medically induced coma. So once again we have an episode that deals with things that the audience and fans have been wanting. A revisit to the Kaylon homeworld. The episode has a definite A-plot versus B-plot execution, as the Kaylon make a pretty hard proposal, because of the ethical issues behind one culture keeping other sentient beings as a part of their zoo. However, the Planetary Union could certainly use the Kaylon's high-end technology against the Kaylon. It would be interesting to have a scene where Ed tells the Kaylon no. Of course, if that happens, then what happens to the creatures and the beings in the zoos? Meanwhile, the B plot involves the Kaylon capturing Lamar and Kelly. Lamar is put through the ringer, tortured and such, for no real reason. At some point, he is allowed to escape, and he finds a disheveled Kelly, and the two of them find an escape pod that they use to flee the scene. Of course, the Kaylon used the opportunity to switch the real Kelly for their clone, which was created a few episodes back. These 3 episodes really ramp up the plots running in the background, and really have some enemies and even some friends moving their chess pieces on the grand board of the Orville universe, and I think that they would do so in a way that is especially rewarding for the fans. Of course, the season finale is coming up soon. We'll be back with the next 3 episodes of The Fan Season 3 soon. Until then, if you like what I'm doing and want to see more of it, please like, subscribe, and leave comments, and I'll see you a bit later.